Oh wait, what are we calling it?
Oh yeah, we need a title.
Sorry, it's...
What did you title yours?
Hi! Hi guys! I'm titling mine real quick. What should we title it, guys?
Q&A with
A-A-A-N-G.
YL Leader.
You must eat lots of cake and ice cream because you sure are sweet.
Okay.
All right.
Yummy.
Hi. Where's everybody in from? Alyssa, you and I are going to have to bunch up here. Seattle. There's always delay.
Okay,
Arizona, Michigan.
Hey guys, tell us where you're
She's got a
typing
microphone.
in from.
We're so professional.
How does the screen look? Because we have it in landscape on the phone. Does it look normal?
So we're broadcasting from 3 different periscopes because we're cool like that.
Not yet.
Gold Retreat.
Oh, we're
Whoop,
sideways.
whoop.
Okay, well we can change
3
it.
out of 4.
Awesome.
I'm not broadcasting.
Alyssa, we've got to get Alyssa to do her debut on Periscope, right? Give a thumbs up for that. This is Alyssa Francis, Royal Crown freaking Diamond. We got to get her on.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
And we have our great platinum leader, Alana Book out, and another great platinum leader, Jolynn Housewright.
Hi.
And myself. So tonight,
April. You got to tell them who you are.
I'm April Pointer.
Royal Crown Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And all of our upline. Yes, we are all under April.
Yep.
That's true. That's true.
And a lot of you are probably under April if you're watching.
So we want to do a little, I said I hate it when I say It's like a pet peeve to me.
She does have a selfie stick, you're right, Leah.
I do.
She's all
I have a
professional.
selfie
She
stick
even has a
and-
microphone.
We got together
I'm not
tonight
that
for
cool.
dinner at my house, and
Spontaneous.
very spontaneous, and we wanted to get together and do a little Periscope for you guys. So we want to get some questions from y'all, and these other two have their Periscopes going too.
Oh, and there's a cat joining us.
We have Scout
Where is
over
it,
here.
Scott?
Sweet boy.
So I think this is the way it's going to work, is that you post whether you're watching April's handle or my handle, or if you get on Jolynn's handle. We're going to just take random questions, so you can address it to a particular person if you want, or just ask a question in general.
Yep. So ask away.
April.
April.
How many times did you almost give up?
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
Many.
Yeah.
Many times I almost gave up or wanted to give up, and I personally will quit for the day, but I don't quit for ever. So I will probably text somebody that I love, usually an upline or a crossline, sometimes Alyssa, and just say I quit. But they all know it's just for the day, and they're very, understanding. We all go through it. We all have really hard days, and you just have to keep plugging along. You can't, at this point, like, I can't turn it off. This is my passion. I love it. I will never, ever stop talking about health and wellness and organic living and healthy living. So I will definitely quit for the day, and I can go outside. I can unplug, get away from my computer. I am not an extension of my computer. A lot of times I feel like I am, but I have to remind myself that I'm not, and I will quit for the day. So there are definitely days that I do that. What about y'all?
Well, I think this person might be asking about quitting when you're in the lower ranks. I mean, it's probably easier for us to, at this point in our journey, to say we're not quitting ever. But I know early on there's a lot more challenges, and you're just not as invested yet. And quite frankly, we've had a tough couple of months in Young Living, and we're in the summer where it's just a slower season. But as we know, it's cyclical, and so once we get through convention, it's going to pick back up. So quitting is the only way you will truly fail at this business. So it cannot be an option.
Preach it.
Ever.
Preach.
At every rank, star, senior star, executive, silver. This is achievable. You can do this. None of us had any network marketing experience
That's a good
before
question.
this, so
So
we
tell
can
me,
do it. You guys can do it.
Tell me why Texas loves oils, and do we think the market is saturated? Okay, so we all live in the Dallas area here. Dallas is about a few million people, 6 million. We have 1.5 million members in Young Living. No, we're not saturated. If there's more,
and that's worldwide, right?
And that's worldwide. So if you think about saturation, there's no way we're not saturated. Maybe your group of friends is saturated, so start reaching out to your downlines, your organizations.
She's telling it like it is, for real.
Yeah.
It's good.
And it's not about who you know.
No, so you need to work. You need to find your people's people and start working with your people, because if your friends are all in Young Living, then it's time to start, moving into the ranks below you, or the leaders below you. And is there room in Texas for a Canada diamond? Yes, absolutely. We will take all the diamonds we can get.
There's always room in Texas.
We've got lots of preaches happening.
Yes, we don't build up, we build out. We have lots of space here. So no, I don't think anything is saturated. People are still having babies. People are turning 18 every year and able to get their own.
That's true. It's because that sensation oil.
Yikes. I didn't think we were going to go there, y'all, but you did.
We're not.
So I saw a question that was, moving on. Someone asked how long we've each been members. So I'll share. I joined Young Living in February of 2012 and hosted my first class that April helped teach in April of 2012. Your turn, Alana.
What?
How long have you been a
I'm
member?
over here in Squirrel World. How long have what?
Have you been a Young Living member?
4 years. Yeah. And if y'all don't have Jolynn's handle, it's Jolyn with a capital J. Jolin. But she really says Jolyn.
Jolyn.
But I don't know how to pronounce it, so I always call her Jolyn, and that's not right. So
it's all good. I answer it. Everything,
Jolyn.
whatever.
Jolyn is actually my sponsor. So, yeah. Okay. How long have you been in?
Just over 5 years. 5 years and a few months ago, I signed up. So, yes.
I think Jolyn was probably one of the first people I enrolled. You probably were the first person I ever enrolled.
I think it might have been, because you gave me your number and you were like, I think you plug it in somewhere.
I wasn't building. She just wanted oils.
And April, did you
For a
say
long
how
time.
long you've been in?
6.5 years.
All right, next question. Where did you get that off the screen? Who else has a question?
How do you motivate a team that has lost momentum? Okay, that's a tough one.
So I think you have to go back to their why, revisit your why.
Absolutely.
And I think it's really important to put it like on your stop saying put it on your bathroom wall. I think it's important to say it out loud every day, because there's so much power in our words. And then finding out your team's why, and then motivating them through that. I actually have a leg of mine that is very, very yellow, if you know what that means. They really like to help people. They like to, Melissa calls it knit sweaters for kittens. They just want to save the world.
Yes.
And so I did a promo for them that if they, hit a certain amount of OGB, that I would match that, or match a certain amount up to another certain amount towards a women's shelter. And they flipped out over it, because that is a lot of their why. So is to help people, or missions, or whatever it was. Their why is to help somebody somewhere somehow, whether that's shelters or I don't know. I'm kind of drawing a blank right now, but I think going back to your why is really important, and getting their whys and getting them excited about their whys.
Different things motivate different personalities. Absolutely. I know a lot of leaders do incentives with great success, but incentives don't work for everyone. It truly depends on the personality, and you have to find out what motivates your people. So it's all about building relationships with those people on your team to find out what motivates them. You're not going to find out if you don't have a relationship with them. And those relationships can't just be built on Facebook. You have to see each other and talk to each other on the phone and attend events.
We just saw a question about my husband doesn't think my business is
that was
going
really
anywhere.
Good. Yeah, I think the question said, my husband doesn't think my business is going anywhere. Any advice?
Yeah,
So.
when you first get started, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Like it takes time for to really get the ball rolling. And I mean, I say this to people all the time. Your business isn't going to go anywhere until your people fall in love with the oils. And I mean, you've heard how many years a lot of us have been using oils. A lot of people don't fall in love with the oils like the first day that they get them. Some people do, but a lot of times it takes months, maybe even years before they really fall in love with their oils. So give your people time you need to be in love with your stuff. Get your people to love their stuff.
And that's why you signed up, because I had been using them for 2 years and I didn't want to do the business, and you just kept saying, I love the way your house smells, and I was like, oh, we love them for this and that, and you thought, well, I need them too, and I thought, okay, you get your own account then.
Yeah.
But what should she tell her husband specifically? What do you think?
You know, you might really ask him to give you some time. Like, can we do this for X amount of time? That we can agree that you will be supportive for a year or 2 years and see if it's gone somewhere more. Because a month or 2 months or even 6 months, sometimes you just really can't tell. You don't know where it's...
At least a year, 2 years ideally, to really commit and see where it goes.
Yeah. I saw
Gary would say put some joy in his underwear.
Yes, he would. I've heard that story.
Yes.
All right. That
Or
is going to
their
be
socks.
that's going to be my new advice.
There's your answer.
That is awesome.
And another good one would be to diffuse in the bedroom while they're asleep.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
I know we're missing a lot of questions, you guys, because we're talking and
Yes.
we're missing questions. So if you have a really important question, just repost it.
I think the best thing I've done when I want somebody to see what the question is, and there's so many, write it out and then press the copy button and just keep pasting it so that we will see it.
Yeah, it's easy for us to miss your questions.
Yeah.
We're not intentionally missing them. Sorry.
I saw one about how do you find new business builders, and I think that a good way, do you guys have good advice for that? How do you find new business
Your
builders?
people that are already loving their oils are
Yeah.
your best builders.
I love what I've done as far as, I don't know which camera to look at. We have, do y'all see all this? Like everybody's holding their phone out.
This is crazy.
So how I find business builders is definitely work with the ones that love their product and ask them my 6 favorite words, which is, will you do me a favor? And ask if they will, you love your product so much, you've told me how they've changed your life or whatnot. And can you get some of your loved ones that that would benefit from this together so we can do a little, it doesn't matter if they're interested in the business, whoever just posted that. It does not matter. You tell them, I know you're not interested in the business, but I know that you love this product and it's helped you so much. So would you do me a favor and get your loved ones together and your friends, and I can come share with them because I know that they could benefit from it, or you've already told me they could benefit from it. So then what happens is a lot of times they'll say yes, and they get those people together, and then people enroll, and you get to then say, hey, I can keep these people because I know that you would not, you're not doing this as a business, so I can keep these people, but I don't want you to not be aware that this is the kind of check you would be missing out on. Like maybe there was 3 people that signed up at that class, or 6 people, so you get to do the math and say, you could be getting a $150 check or a $300 check, but I know you're not wanting to do this as a business, so I will happily take that burden from you. And then they're like, wait a second, I want that check. And you've turned in an automatic business builder on an accident, and they see how easy it is. So there's that. What's the next one that you said?
A couple times I've seen this question. Are there any steps you recommend that we take after you enroll someone? Who wants to tackle that one?
We're all like, what steps? We don't ever help our people. No.
You definitely want to help them figure out what kind of resources that they need to get so that they can learn how to use their oils.
Point it towards you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Love y'all too. And you also, just as soon as you think they probably have their kit, follow up and talk to them. Make sure, call them, hey, did you get your kit?
Make sure they open
Have
it.
you opened yet?
Sometimes they don't open it.
Yes. You haven't, which oils have you not opened up, and do you know how to use them? And then maybe go ahead and schedule a time right then to do a follow-up with them, so that you can have another time that you can call them or get them to a What's Next class or a 201 or something. I think that's a good way to get them started. Make sure that the biggest thing is making sure that they have some resources available to them.
That's good. I keep saying, how hot will it be in August? Probably about 100.
Yep.
Fahrenheit.
Bring a bottle of peppermint water spritzer.
To convention.
Yes.
To convention.
And cool.
Like spray yourself.
Because y'all are coming to convention, right? Everybody?
Everybody?
Let me see the number of hearts of everyone coming to convention. Hearts? Where's the hearts of people coming to convention?
I see lots of hearts. Yay! Love the hearts.
There you go.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very good. We can't wait to see you guys. You have to wear boots.
Okay, so there was
have
a
to wear
still
boots.
be hot.
I don't own boots. I was born and raised in Texas. I've always lived in Texas minus like less than a year of my life, and I don't own boots.
And if
You
you're
won't-
Not really Texan.
if you're trying
Boots.
okay,
Who
let me
wears boots?
hold on. Let me just
I
say,
love boots.
I was born and raised in Southern California, and I lived in Hawaii for a while, and I live in Texas now, and I love my boots. Like they're
gosh,
so
I'm addicted
comfortable.
to boots.
August.
Love my boots.
But we won't be outside
Yeah.
much.
If you're trying to send
if you
hearts,
have
you
to
just tap on
walk.
your screen.
Tap, tap, taparoo.
That's it.
What if downline aren't local? How would you handle them sharing and it disappeared? Sharing what? I missed your question. I hope you copied it so you don't have to write that out again.
Yes, like cowboy boots, like genuine leather boots. They're really comfortable. I swear they are.
I won't be wearing boots in case I didn't say that
Did
before.
they mean sharing
I will.
If they don't want to do the business side.
Have you ever fallen back in rank?
I have.
Skype a class.
I'll be the first to tell you. I hit Royal in November and fell back to Crown in December. I will tell you that November is the worst month to rank up if you plan to maintain your rank.
Absolutely true. Yes.
Yep. And I stayed Crown, went back to Crown for both, what comes after December? January. And I think I hit Royal again in February and stayed. But December is kind of hard. It's a hard month. What other questions do y'all have? Have y'all ever gone back?
Y'all
and
look lovely.
It's
Thank
okay.
you.
It's nothing to be ashamed about. You're
It
still
happens.
doing awesome. It
see it all the time.
happens.
It does happen.
I see it a lot. It's not that
Especially
it's not
when
okay.
there's a big push for a rank, or if you barely hit it.
Favorite things to give guests at a class? I like that question.
That's a great question.
I love that question. I would love to know what theirs are because I don't know what theirs are. But I like to do you get a bottle at the dollar store, the spray bottle, and you do one capful of Thieves, but you don't do the capful until they see it in person. So you can print out what?
Nothing.
Oh, so you can print out, I've got a microphone and I'm looking at two phones. This is crazy. You print out a Thieves cleaner label thing, and then I just put a capful or two in and tell them, if nothing else, if they don't buy anything else, at least they have this bottle of Thieves cleaner. Change that first. And I know that there's a lot of overwhelming feelings at a class, but I talk about the chemicals, and I just love giving that away, and then everybody falls in love with Thieves Cleaner, and it's cost you like $1 and some change. So that's my favorite thing to gift. What about you, Alyssa?
At classes, I like to serve yummy food. So
Like oily food?
peppermint brownies. I've always done citrus water. Just any little fun oily food that you can serve.
There's my mom! Look, B. Schellenberger. That's my mom. Everybody go heart her face. Her face.
No, I
I'm
don't
not
give
sure.
to every attendee. I do a Thieves.
I think gifting to every attendee is not duplicable. Not everyone can afford to do
No,
that.
you can just do a raffle.
Yeah, do a raffle.
Yeah, a raffle.
I
Keep
like
it
to do a
simple.
nitro, a couple of nitros on my raffles, because people love those. Once they try them once, I'm doing it again.
You are,
Yeah,
Mom?
Nitros are awesome.
Right? You don't even
Nice
own any.
drawing.
She says she's wearing boots. I don't believe it. I've never seen her.
Coming up.
How do I get one leg that is stuck so I can get silver? What are you doing for that leg? What do you say, April?
Depends what motivates the people in that leg.
Really?
So you need to get to know the people in that leg, first of all.
Their why. Go back to their why.
Identify the people, first of all, that are actually building the business. Work with them directly. Call them. Get to know them. Yeah, find out why they are doing this, and find out what motivates them. Incentives can work for the right personality. So
yeah, and find out what their why is. Their why could just be to get their oils paid for right now. Maybe it's just they're just looking for a couple $100s a month. A good question to ask is how much money are you looking to make with this? That's a really good question to figure out what their why could be, because everyone has a why, and even when you hit what?
That was sweet. They said April looks ba ba boom beautiful or something.
You're sweet. Thanks. Oh, I just lost my
I'm
train.
sorry. I'm over here squirrel brained.
this is really like sensory overload right now, you guys, because there's so many comments and questions.
She's a red.
What was I just talking about?
Someone asked what color I am?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, I remember.
The difference.
So
Okay.
even
Gotcha.
when you hit the top,
We should
even
have
when you
our
hit royal, that's not it. It's a segue to your dream and your why. And while you do make a great paycheck, it goes towards your why. So I think that
Exactly. Jump off. Yes, it is hard to read comments on a selfie stick.
sorry. Did I answer that question? I don't know.
Somebody said, "What is the worst business mistake you made, and how did you overcome it?" Jolyn.
My first class. I hope Jill Wade's on here because she was there with me. My first class was like, I don't know, 3 hours long.
Oh, I've had 3-hour classes. Yes, that's a mistake for sure. You lose people.
So every time, seriously, for like 20 classes straight, every class I did, I tried to like make it just a little bit shorter. It was so hard.
Yep.
That was my first intro class. I had
Shorter
taught some other
classes.
classes, but my first intro, I was like, but there's so much they need to know.
I think we've all made mistakes. I mean, that's just part of learning. We still make mistakes.
Yeah, Alyssa did a really fantastic YL Fast Track call. If you guys don't know what YL Fast Track is, go to Facebook and just type in YL Fast Track. There's tons of calls that we've done, and she did a call on the top 10 mistakes.
I did. I totally forgot about that.
It was a good call.
What 10 were those?
Can you name
So,
it? Like a
I
year or
guess-
two ago.
I mean, one of the biggies that I see within my team, and not just my team, just it happens, is that people will just order oils for other people instead of equipping them and empowering them with their own accounts.
Yeah.
And they've turned into like an Avon lady. And that's really not duplicable. It's not what we're doing here. This is network marketing. So we want to empower people with their own accounts.
Another big mistake, I think, is not thinking about the business when you're first getting those friends signed up at the beginning, when you really aren't even thinking you're doing this as a business.
You're not strategizing yet.
Yes.
Right.
People end up with either way too many people on their front line or way too many people in just their 2 silver legs, or and so then later you spend months or years backtracking and trying to fix that.
It's always good to sprinkle your people. I call it sprinkling. Sprinkle your people.
This is Alyssa Francis. She's a royal crown.
Someone asked what my name was.
Yeah. Oh, they're all answering. I didn't even have to answer. Y'all are awesome. Yeah.
I think a big mistake is verbal vomit. And I definitely did that because I love the science of the oils, and I just throw up. I would throw up on people all the
Which is
all the
probably why we need
scientific
to like
stuff.
shorten this Periscope.
Speaking of
So we'll like be here like another 5 minutes. Sound good?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to verbally vomit
Why
on
don't
you
you
guys.
take a question off yours?
I just saw a question. What if your friend will only buy oils through you and will never buy a kit? Well,
You're gonna have to cut them off at some point.
yeah, I
guys.
would say cut them off
Yeah.
at some point and just say, look, I can't keep up with you. I actually had a friend that ordered thieves from me because they really needed it like right away for their immune systems. And I totally forgot about it. And she called me 2 weeks later and she's like, we really needed that 2 weeks ago. And I was like, that's it, forget it. I'm not ordering for anybody ever again. I totally just messed that up really bad. So you either,
we are not Avon.
no, we're not Avon. You're not going to build your business that way. Now, if it's like, oh, somebody you don't mind doing that for, like your best friend or your mom,
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
still, no.
Totally.
I would really encourage them to get their own membership.
What's another one you
So
have?
not inviting her to make and takes and classes is not a bad thing. No, I would keep inviting her and then encourage her to get the kit so she can make her own stuff. Yep, and you want to empower them, absolutely. I'm going to go turn the light on. It's getting kind of dark
It is
out
getting
here.
dark out here.
I think we should just take a couple questions and then we're going to call it
And then wrap
a
it up.
night, even though you all know I could have talked for hours longer because I have a problem.
We know.
The comparison trap.
Oh, the comparison trap. This is
Yes.
so good. Something I need to talk to myself in the mirror about. Do any of y'all want to start?
Well, I think everyone is at risk of falling into it at any rink. Any rink. So.
Whoa,
and we have
we're yellow. Yeah.
No, we only
So
have shine.
comparison is the thief of joy, and if you compare yourself to people that have ranked up fast, if you compare yourself to people who I'm losing my train of thought because we have lots of things going on. But it's
Again,
just
sensory overload.
yeah,
You don't know what other people started with, how they got started, what their I mean, you know, there's people out there that were bloggers that just have
Huge networks.
they just have networks of people that some of us don't have. It's totally, you know what, this is your journey. Make it your journey and just let it be your journey, and don't compare yourself, because there's always someone. It's just like the Keeping Up with the Joneses next door. Like it's not about that.
Yep, it's their journey, not their why, their journey, not yours.
preach it. Whoever just wrote that was good.
What'd they write?
I can't even remember the wording, but it was good about how it's a trap. I wish you would write that out again because that was good.
I heard another, I don't remember which diamond said this, but it was a quote that really resonated with me that I've told my team before. And it's that we are not in a sprint to the next rank. We are in a marathon of wellness. Isn't that good? You guys, write that down. Not a sprint to the next rank, a marathon of wellness.
I put that in our group this week.
I wish
well, there you
people
go.
would
I don't know who
stop.
said it.
I wish people would stop being so obsessed with rank title, because that means nothing. It's a rank. It doesn't mean that you're a good leader getting a rank. And so it's period.
Yeah, another thing I've told my team
Yes.
is that someone's always going to do this faster than you. Like, just go ahead and embrace that and accept it. Someone's always going to do this faster than you. And that's okay, because we're not in a race.
Marathon.
Class closing tips. How about that? Someone asked over here.
You do
Have
a
you
great.
closed your
Yeah,
class?
April's close rocks.
I'm gonna let April, because I learned from
the best.
April.
Yeah. Okay, April, pretend you're holding your boxes.
Well, the kit just changed, so I can't really
Yeah, there's only
do it.
2 boxes now instead of 3.
No, the prices, and there's not really... Okay. So
You
what
can
I-
do it. You can do it.
What I used to do is I would hold up the kit and say, look, we just talked about 11 powerhouses of oils, or 10 powerhouses, and then you get this extra bonus oil, and this kit of the 10 oils retailed back then for $163. I don't know what it retails now for, because I haven't done the math on it, but retailed for $163. Or you can become a wholesale member and you can spend $150, which now, of course, the kit's different. I have to keep saying that because I don't want you guys to correct me.
Retailed for more than that.
I'm sorry.
Well, and then
Did
you
I
would
say
say
that
so
wrong?
the
160
diffuser
for the
retailed for $98.
Right. So then I would say, okay, so the wholesale, you can get the wholesale membership and spend $13 less and get these 10 oils, but you also get this bonus oil, and they throw in this free diffuser.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
And the cool part is that a diffuser retails alone for over $100. Frankincense and Panaway retail for over $75 alone. So there's massive value in the kit, and if your people are saying that the kit's too expensive, then you are not building the value of the kit. If you're having to offer vouchers and gift cards and all kinds of incentives to get them to enroll, then you have not built the value of your kit.
Look at all those hearts. Look at all those hearts. That was some serious truth right there.
But now with the new kit, I don't know what the new... I know that now you cannot even get the kit at a retail. You can't buy it retail. You can buy the everyday oils by themselves
Yes.
now, and which is different than the oils in the kit now. So I'm not really sure what to say. I need to figure that out soon because I have a class next week.
Yeah. The key is to build the value of the kit first. Build the value, and then you do the nod and bob. Where
That's
you're
right.
like,
Melissa taught us
isn't
that.
this a great deal?
Isn't this awesome?
Can't you
And
see
you
yourself
nod.
using these awesome oils?
And they nod. Yeah, that is a Melissa Pepping.
And then you can point out that if they buy their oils,
to be here right now.
Oh, I
That
wish
would be
Melissa
so
was here.
fun. Where's Melissa
I know.
Pepping? When we need
She's
her.
off planning makeup.
you can
I
point out that
know.
if someone buys their oils from the health food store, that they don't get this awesome community of people
No.
to support them in their wellness journey.
That's right. And then you can talk about the team support that you offer.
The hearts.
Don't ever say, oh, but we offer this great local support and you need to join us because we're local. Because local support is like the biggest myth on the planet. I would say 99% of what we learn is either online or in books.
We talked about this today.
And
yeah.
on Facebook or
You can do the
Periscope
same
now.
clothes
Right.
that she just did on a webinar or on a Spreecast or on a Periscope or in person.
Yeah, so please don't ever try to get someone to enroll just saying, well, we offer local support, and they don't, because the majority of people don't get their support locally.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have a Crown Diamond on my front line who's in another state, and she's never attended a single one of my classes. So there's proof.
There you go. She says, I have 0 local upline. It's no big deal.
Love it.
I love it. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome.
Oh, we went over our allotted.
Let's do
promise
one more
here.
question. This is fun.
So we should vote on what the question should be. Several people have posted daily business routine, and then you've got a lot of questions over there. So which question are we going to answer?
Those weren't questions.
Contemplating.
Those were comments.
You all are my adopted upline. That's
Aw,
sweet.
That is really sweet.
Leah's very sweet. She's
While Fast Track can be anybody adopted upline as well.
That's
These
the
girls,
goal.
look, see,
Alana,
it's like go ahead.
Alana over here, and Jolyn and Alyssa, we are all very team Young Living, and we love to empower all business builders. So we're excited that you guys are joining us tonight. Why is your lighting so much better than mine on my phone?
Because my
Different
phone
phone?
rocks.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like the 14th time people have posted
Daily business routine.
Fine, daily business
Fine.
routine. I don't want to.
Business
I don't want to answer this because my routine is
Yeah.
not a routine. That's the thing. That's so.
I think people who are really successful at this don't always have an exact daily business routine because
What's
this is our
needed?
lifestyle, right? We just roll with it. We work when we want to work. We work in our car. We work, whenever we want to. So
We
there's
work when
not
we're hanging
a
with
set
friends.
routine. Someone said they have no balance. Well, balance is a myth, guys, right? You're not really going to have complete balance in every area of your life. But tools like the ULA book and the ULA concepts can really help you with that if you're not familiar with that resource. I would still highly recommend it, but striving for complete balance in all areas of your life is just not going to happen. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And if you're at the point that you know that you are working too much and your family's suffering or things like that, then there does come a point that you have to say no. I mean, yes, this is your business, and yes, it's important that you do it, but it's also important that you take care of your family, and sometimes that just means, like April said, putting the phone down, walking away, and doing what you have to do, and doing the things that are really important, and just walking away. But daily business routines, I learned not that long ago that I'm a type B, and I'm not good at doing the same thing over and over again.
Type B unite. I'm right there with you, Jolyn.
Yes, I try to have like things that are the most important that I'm going to get to. You know, my leaders have questions and need to talk to me, or when something needs to be updated because it's not FDA compliant and it's really important. Those things hit the top of the list and I get those done. But there's nothing that I do every day.
I think the biggest thing we all do every day is just communicate with our team.
Yes.
Communication is the biggest task on our list.
You're an inspiration to other squirrels to see a successful squirrel from my mom. That's funny.
That's funny. I don't think Alyssa is saying anything bad about ULA.
No.
No, not at all. She's just saying that while we all strive for balance, and while there's those 7 key areas, it definitely is life-changing when you recognize that all of those areas need your attention. But to think that all those spinning plates are going to be spinning at the exact same time, at the exact same speed and same height is unrealistic.
Always.
It's going to be always striving to bring something else into balance. So we went to ULA, Alyssa and I, and Alana. When did we go? March? February?
It was amazing.
It was
Loved
amazing.
it.
If you get the chance to go to an ULA Palooza, it will just change your business. And for me, it changed it because I realized that my lowest scores were fun and fitness because I hate working out. And so I came back from ULA and I started working out, and I've been really faithful with it unless I haven't been home. So that's been literally a plate that I picked up. It was like on the floor.
Right. Same here.
So, but Grant, I travel a ton. So do I work out when I'm gone? No, not unless we're hiking, and that's walking. So I still have that a little bit of, it's still off there. It's not where I want it to be, but I'm still working on it. I'm still striving towards it. I don't think it'll ever be all 7 of them be totally perfect. So
I think we need to call it a night. However, I thought this was great is if everybody lists one book recommendation that came across, your favorite book for business or life or something. So do you want to start?
Okay, I don't have a favorite, but one that I'm reading right now is called The Confidence Code. Can't remember the authors off the top of my head, but it's about women and confidence and how a lot of women really struggle in that area.
Cool.
Myself included.
who's the author?
Can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Confidence Code. Look it up on Amazon. It's good stuff.
I would say mine would be How High Will You Climb by John Maxwell, because it's all about your attitude, and because your very foundation of life, really, your day, how you treat your family, your business builders, your leaders, anybody, even your Facebook groups, all starts with your attitude. So it's a really great book. And then a bunch of us are reading The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. And then I have to also give Dave Ramsey a plug because he has a great book called Entre Leadership. ENTRE Leadership.
I don't have a favorite book either.
Just one that you
The
like.
Bible. The only one I can think of is the most recent one I read, the Sarah Robbins, Rock Your Network Marketing. But that's just because that's the most recent one I read, so I'm not a...
What was your confidence book, Alyssa?
The Confidence Code.
Confidence Code.
That's the title.
And then I'm going to say another John Maxwell. I mean, y'all just need to put John Maxwell books on your Amazon, do you have Amazon Prime? Just keep putting them in there and get them, because I've read so many of his books and they're all great. But I would say for those of you that may not be super motivated on the business side, or you have people on your team that aren't super motivated yet, I would get Put Your Dream to the Test by John Maxwell, because that was huge for me, and I still go back and read chapters out of that. And anyway, so those were some good book choices. Y'all have been awesome on all the hearts.
Yeah, you guys have been great on the hearts.
This
Thanks,
has been fun. So
See you at convention.
Yes, see you guys
Peace
at convention.
out.
We can't wait to see y'all.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.